It was Mark Poulton that packaged it. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already know. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Fighting Whoop, USAssassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime Poulton. This is primetime Poulton. Let's go.
In the chill of winter's night, a tale unfolds of a hero brave and true with a heart of gold. He fights for empty dreams, in shadows he strides, the fulfillment king, where hope resides. Promises made like stars that never fade. Oh, fulfillment king, with your crown shining bright, you bring our visions to life. You guide us to light. With every page turn, you fulfill every dream. In the world of comics, you're the supreme team. Crafted, he lifts us high. In the murky waters, he soars through the sky. Quality and passion, that's how he reigns. A beacon of light, breaking all chains. Against the haters, his spirit stays strong. You're the supreme team. So let the bells ring, let the accolades sing. For we found our Savior, our fulfillment King.
no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting.
Hang around the comic book store, don't just want to read them no more. Got my own ideas, so let's go. Think I'm better than a seasoned pro. The moral compass set the stage, big gravy's drawn on page. Gonna launch my own campaign. When it hits, we'll share the champagne. You don't wanna be a bum, better see you back in type 1. Don't be a hater, we're indie comic creators. Going our own way, making comics all night. And streaming all day, bring you the stories and artwork you crave. Some call it crazy, we say it's brave. Indie comics revolution, brother. Haunted Pizza does it like no other. Haunted Pizza visionaries on the creative attack. Fulfillment time ain't no worry, gonna get what you back. Week's feast is coming, but Steam is closed. Creative juices are flowing, hit me with another dose. Don't be a hater, we're indie comic creators. Indie comics revolution, brother. Haunted Pizza does it like no other. Haunted Pizza. Haunted Pizza. Well, let's go.
What's up, guys? Good morning. Happy Friday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King, and this is a graveyard shift fulfillment stream, finishing up Graveyard Shift Volume 5, the variant campaign. I have 197 packages left to do. I want to get this done this weekend. It's a 4-day weekend for me. We're going to package up some Volume 1 through 5. We got the collected 1 and 2, collected 3 and 4, and then this is the tier where they got the Malin cover. There's also a version with the Tommy Patterson cover, but there's 32 of these. We're going to knock them out during the stream. We'll see how I feel when we're done. Maybe we'll do a little more. I'd have to run to my garage and grab some books. Also, guys, Gun Goth. Art of Gun Goth is in. We're already 30% fulfilled on Gun Goth, which is crazy because the campaign ended a couple weeks ago. I expect this, if I finish Graveyard Shift this weekend, Gun Goth will be fulfilled by middle of September. The rest of the books should be here in the next couple days. The box for the box set of 13 covers should be here. This book turned out fantastic, though. I absolutely love it. Yeah, Dennis Rodriguez knows what's up. Yeah, that peach. Brett Barkley killed it on this cover. Absolutely love it. I really love this book. I let Enrico, one of Gun Goth's creators, put this book together. I let him have full control of it. And one of my favorite things in this book is he did the process of how a comic book page comes together. So it starts with his thumbnail right here, then his rough pencils, his finished pencils, his inks, and then it ends with the colors and letters. It's really great stuff. He also wrote a really nice foreword to the book. And a little added bonus, if you see us at a convention, bring this. And there's a spot for us to do a sketch in the book for you. So still available. Go check it out on Indiegogo, in demand, at least until I fulfill it. But more Gun Goth coming your way early next year. We announced the Gun Goth Footpath team up with Page One Comics called Hostile Assets. That's coming your way early 2026. 56-page graphic novel, kind of inspired by Wildstorm's the Kindred book with Backlash and Grifter. So if you like high-octane, 90s comics, you're going to love that. Let's check in with chat, see who's joining us this morning. Got Penguin throwing up the pizza slice. He says Gun Goth is still in demand on Indiegogo. That's right. Go grab a copy. She is the hot topic. Penguin says took today off so I could have a 4-day weekend off to the barber shop. We'll pop in after. Awesome. I have a 4-day weekend as well. We got Dennis Rodriguez in the chat. Michelle Bowers in the chat. What's up, Michelle? We got Meme Lord Woodrow. What's up? Hail the chat. Gun Goth seems like a cool Bad Babe comic. Yeah, definitely has those vibes to it. I think, a lot of people say it's the most haunted pizza comic. If you watch our horror movie show, I think you'll get a good idea of what I like. So there's bad girl vibes in this, but it's also crazy over the top. Has a weird sense of humor to it. I love the book. I love working on it with Dex, Enrico, and Mark. Hail Froggy Fresh, that's right. Dark Mask knows what's up. Mike McMahon in the house. What's up, Mike? The Fulfillment King, that's right. Woohoo, yeah. The shades. Mike McMahon says, just crazy you fulfilled by yourself and no one applauds you for it. It is what it is, man. Underappreciated. I don't even think most people know I work on Graveyard Shift, let alone created it. Dark Mask, any fulfillment hacks you want to share? I don't know. I like to break it up into tiers. I know some people complain, like, why don't you fulfill it in order that people backed? But I mean, you pick a tier and then it's just repetition. You keep doing the same thing. If I had to keep pulling different orders, it would take so long. But I don't know. Firing up a stream makes things go quicker. I was really, that first campaign, the Graveyard Shift 5 that I started way back in May, that was a rough one to fulfill. because I don't know if people remember, John sort of messed up the tiers because he kept saying when he launched it, he put everything instead of volume 5, volume 4. So then he had to like halfway through the campaign, or maybe a couple days into the campaign, take all those tiers down and correct it, because you can't edit a tier once it's the book is launched. So it's just like going in there like a year later and trying to make sense of this, because it would say volume 4 and I was like, but this is volume 5. I just had to like reset my brain and remember what had happened back then. But it was a lot of books, 6 books I think in that campaign. Same with this one, but at least now I have the hang of it. This campaign is going a lot quicker. But I don't know, hacks. There's a certain way I have, like, there used to be a way, like I would have all my Gemini mailers stacked a certain way with the labels facing down. That way when you grab it, you just twist it and the mailer is assembled quicker. But I don't know. I just go by tiers. And, you know, streaming or I used to watch movies, but now I fulfill at my kitchen table. And it's just with, I don't know, it just seems too noisy. I can't hear what's going on with the movie. Sometimes I'll throw on pro wrestling. That's, you know, you really don't have to listen to it. You just watch. Mike says, wearing my USAssassin Volume 3 shirt at work today. That's awesome. I'm thinking about closing my t-shirt store. I don't get that many sales. You can access it from hauntedpizzallc.com. But I'm thinking about instead taking it down and then just starting a new one. I have a company nearby in Cherry Hill that runs it for me, but I don't know. They do owe me money, and I asked them, hey, when you're going to send me that money? And no response. So I think I might just take it down in my working relationship with them and maybe just throw up like a TeePublic store. I figured the t-shirts would be a lot cheaper. I have all the designs ready. I would just transfer those designs over to my own store. Lord Woodrow says, sounds dope, or sounds cool for Gun Goth. Never buy multiple covers of the same book, but I had to on Gun Goth. Oh, that's awesome. Which ones did you get? I mean, I can't. I don't know. I go back and forth. I keep saying Miriam's is my favorite, but you could ask me another day and maybe I'd say, oh, JP's cover is my favorite, or Corey's cover is my favorite, or Enrico's or Dex's. That's I think the great thing about that box set. And when the box comes in, I can't wait to show it off. I think all the books in there will look great. I think we'll have some extra room in the box set. We might throw in I have some old Gun Goth posters. I might throw one of them in. I'm a little sleepy this morning. Missy and I, we went to the movies last night. We saw probably my favorite movie of the summer. It's a movie called Relay. I've seen it twice already. We went again because Missy hadn't seen it. The first time I saw it, I went with my son Chase, and it was an AMC mystery movie. You didn't know what you were going to see. It was just an upcoming movie that you got to see a couple weeks in advance. And that was the movie Relay, and my son and I were blown away by it. And I told Missy about it, and then she wanted to see it. So when it came out in theaters last week, we made plans to see it last night. And the night before that, we went to see one of my favorite bands in concert. We saw Taking Back Sunday in Philadelphia. It was them and Coheed and Cambria, but we didn't stay for Coheed and Cambria. Luckily, Taking Back Sunday went on first, so we got out of there before 9 o'clock. There was an opening band though called Foxing. They were really good. We got Amanda B in the house. Gun Goth, she's the hot topic. Sharing the links. Thank you so much. Amanda B always putting in the work. That's right. Meme Lord Woodrow says, I like Coheed, but I have to be in the mood for it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard a Coheed song. I know there's a comic book based off like all their music, The Armory Wars. I think Archaea puts that out. But it was an outdoor venue, just all general admission. We got a pretty good spot though. We were, I would say maybe like 10 feet from the stage. Good view. Amanda B says, I may not say the kudos to TMC enough, McMahon, but it's crazy to me that someone needs months to fulfill even by themselves. I do work a day job. I work a day job where I'm on my feet all day, climbing stairs. It is crazy though that you need months to fulfill. It's just very time consuming. I'm just happy my mail picks the packages up at my house. At my old place, I would have to take all these packages to the post office. And like I couldn't just drive them to the back of the post office. I had to go through the front lobby. So it was like 9-10 trips carrying all these bins of books. It was crazy. Woodrow says, I always thought that was a cool idea for a comic to go along with your albums. Fulfillment is a lot of work. It sure is. I guess like the first time we did it was 2018 for Graveyard Shift Volume 1. And that was just one book. And that seemed really hard at the time. I would love a one book campaign now. Right? Put those people to shame. Yeah. Your priorities are right. That's why you're called TMC. Thank you. Yeah, man. I think it's crazy. Like Eric Nieltowski gets a lot of heat because he went to have dinner with his family instead of streaming. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather support a guy who's a family man, puts his family first. I don't know. Got to have your priorities straight. But yeah, a little less than 200 of these orders left. Hopefully we'll have it done this weekend. It is a busy weekend, though. It's a holiday weekend. What's going on? We have a birthday party here on Sunday. Missy's Chase is turning 16. Monday, we're going to Six Flags Great Adventure. I'm looking forward to that. It's the last day of their Heroes and Villains Fest. For those that aren't aware, Six Flags licensed the DC characters, and they have character meet and greets with like Batman, Robin, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. They have DC themed rides. They have a great Justice League shoot 'em up ride. That's a lot of fun. But all summer long, it's been like Heroes and Villains summer. They have all these shows. They even have a stunt show. So it would be cool to see some of those shows. Whenever I see a character at an amusement park, I have to get a picture with them. My son hates that about me. Missy humors me, though. Where were we recently at? Oh, we were at Six Flags in Texas. Yeah, Missy and I went to Texas this summer, and we went to Six Flags over Texas. We didn't see any DC characters, but we did see a bunch of Looney Tune. They have like a whole WB license. So we, met Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Marvin the Martian. Last year we went to Hershey Park, so we met like all the candy bar mascots. Meme Lord says family always comes first. Amanda B says it's funny, but I don't blame him for that decision. Maybe he should have taken his kids to the zoo. I know, right? Amanda B's not busting anyone's balls today, though. But yeah, Eric Nealkowski announced that Shadow Sentry is going through Ripascend. I'm happy for him. I hope he makes a killing there. It's one of the best looking books around. Eric's artwork's amazing. I got to work with him and Clayton Barton on a hopscotch story for his Shadow Sentry series. It's actually in that new collection that Ripascend is putting out. Actually surprised to see my name on the cover. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that book is beautiful looking. Eric's a great artist. He did a cover for me and Mike for USAssassin versus Graveyard Shift. Dennis says, maybe I should go to the zoo this Monday. I love going to the zoo. It's weird. All these things I like now, when I was younger, I did not like them. I don't know. I guess as you get older, you start liking things like zoos and museums. But when I was younger, I hated those things. My favorite zoo is the Cape May Zoo, which is probably like an hour from us. Trying to talk Missy into playing hooky from work one day, and just her and I going down. Oh, Mike's right. Eric did 3 pieces for us on his Friday sketch show, and he did an amazing cover. Yeah, Eric used to do that Friday sketch stream where the first fan that would name a character, he would draw it, and that fan would have the option to I buy it at the end, and I felt bad because, like, I don't know. I think like twice I got it, and then one time, or maybe I got it once and Mike got it twice. But I felt bad that we kept getting him to draw our characters. But he drew. Who did he draw? He drew Viking Wolf, Sea Dog, and the Mercenary, I think. Amanda says, I have to finish reading the IP. It must be complete arc for him to publish now. I know he had a sign up for 3. Amanda B, I was an odd duck, always loved museums. That's the nerd in me. When I visited, the last time I visited John in Michigan, well, the second to last time, we went to I forget what it was. Was it the Henry Ford Museum? But they turned a whole town in Michigan into like a walking museum. I forget who it was. I want to say it was Ford, but he bought up all these historical factories and homes and had them all transported to this town in Michigan. And so you can see all these great things, great places in one stop. It was really fascinating. When like John brought it up he wanted to take me there, I was like, I don't know about this, but I think maybe that's when my museum fascination started. But I think it was the second to last time I went to Michigan, because the last time I went there, it was a one-day trip. I flew in. It was because the first time I was there, John didn't have me sign enough books. So instead of sending me the books and waiting, I flew in. I signed like 200 books. I took a nap on his sofa. And then he took me to the airport. So I flew in, signed books, flew out, and took a nap in between. But then John came here for this Graveyard Shift 5, and they just opened a dinosaur museum around the block from me. And I hadn't been there yet. So John and I went, probably spent like a little over an hour there. But they have apparently like this area that I live in is populated with a lot of dinosaur fossils. So there's actually outside the museum, there's a live dig site. And like for a fee, you can go dig there, and anything you find that isn't like a major discovery, you can keep. I told John next time he comes back, we got to do that. What happens if you do make a major find, though, while you're digging there? I feel like they would have to buy it off you, because if you're paying a fee to dig there, I mean, come on, that's like yours. If you find like, I don't know, a T-Rex skull or something. Amanda says it was called Fan Art Friday. She has a few of his pieces too. Dennis says, I can't understand how some folks don't like museums. I thought they were boring when I was younger. Although, I mean, I guess not all museums. I love the Baseball Hall of Fame. I haven't been there in a long time, though. I want to get back there. Last time I was at the Baseball Hall of Fame, it was when my favorite player, George Brett, was inducted. Amanda B says hers even made the back cover for a sketchbook. Oh, and Mike says Eric also drew U.S. Assassin and Zero Face. I have those in the Mercenary. Penguin's back from his haircut. What's up, Mark? Amanda B says she doesn't get it either, Dennis. Just stop at the things you find interesting. Pass on the things you don't. There's like a Hot Wheels museum about an hour from me, but it's like private. You have to call up the owner to see if you can come tour it. I've always wanted to do that. Woden Shot says, "Where is John?" And John's in Michigan. He was here in late April, and he signed all the books he had to sign. Penguin, he didn't feed you? Yeah, he fed me while I was there. Yeah, he picked me up for the one day where I flew into Michigan, signed a bunch of books, and then flew out. He did feed me. He picked me up at the airport, took me to Big Boys. Does anyone remember a restaurant, Big Boys? I remember that there was one in New Jersey when I was a little kid, but they still have them in Michigan, and he took me there for breakfast. We signed the books. His wife always makes, whenever I would come to sign, she would always make snacks and stuff, and rolled meats and cheese and cookies and candy, stuff like that, to feed me while I was there. John even grilled me steak once. But I swear, I think maybe we saw a movie before he took me to the airport. I'm sure we had dinner too. It may have been like a McDonald's drive-through dinner. I thought John was a considerate host. Now he's questioning things. Yeah, he's a considerate host. He blames me. I didn't feed him. Him and Mike came here for a Comic-Con back in 2011. It's when John and I originally launched Graveyard Shift at Wizard World Philadelphia. We had a Graveyard Shift ash can, and it was the weekend Green Lantern came out, and John was like, we should see Green Lantern. And the only way it worked is if we left the movies or left the con, went back to my house, and then went straight to the movie. So I thought that's what everyone wanted to do. And then years later, John keeps bringing up that I didn't feed him that day. But we went to the movie. Yeah, maybe. I remember grilling for them late one night. I don't know if that was the night, but John says I didn't feed him one day, and I'll never live that down. And I'll never live down in his eyes that I liked the Green Lantern movie. Give me more Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. I loved it. You get disappeared. I don't know what that means. Have you seen the people that find diamond at the Diamond State Park? It would be cool. I've never seen that. Penguin says there's still a Big Boys where he lives. Big Boy sounds intimidating. Their mascot was like a little boy, a giant-sized little boy holding a tray of hamburgers. Mike says he fell asleep at the movie. He also wanted to eat at McDonald's. Oh, I remember taking you and John. You got to my house so late, like maybe like 1 a.m. And we went to a 24-hour Kinko's, so you could make prints. And I remember taking you guys to a McDonald's drive-thru. John loves his McDonald's. I remember one trip to Michigan. I think we ate at McDonald's every day. Mike says he just wanted a good Philly cheesesteak. You should have spoke up. Next time, Mike. John says, I got my gun goth a few days ago, man. Have to sit down and read it, but the quality is nice. Love the smooth pages. That's awesome to hear. Thank you, John. Oh, Wonsha says you get disappeared for the dino bones if you find the wrong ones, Mark. Be careful. Gotcha. Thanks for the heads up, Wonsha. Yeah, if you find something really good, you know, they get it or else. You become the fossils. They're digging up your bones in the pit. I got invited to the Lancaster Comic-Con, or it's actually called StellarCon, but it's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I don't know if anyone who's watching right now lives near there. It's probably like a 2-hour drive for me, but I'm going to go. It's just a one-day show. Should be fun. I'll be done fulfilling Graveyard Shift, and USAssassin's already fulfilled, and I should be done Gun Goth, so I'll have a whole bunch of new books for sale there if you're there. I'm doing that so that's the end of September. That's September 27th. Then in November, I'm doing Garden State Comic Fest Vineland. Me, Enrico, and Dex will be there. I think we're just going to do just the all Gun Goth table. Chris Graves will be there as well. He's actually drawing one of the convention badges. Hopefully you can put Ride and Paint on the badge. They are Vineland, New Jersey's only superhero duo. Only superheroes. For Ride and Paint 2, the main cover by Chris, Ride and Paint are actually atop the Landis Theater, which is a historic concert venue in Vineland. I've seen Amanda Beal purchase this. I've seen White Lion there, and I've seen the Bullet Boys there. And Missy's Chase, his band, Brazilian Hockey, they have a gig there coming up soon. Mike says we used to have a big boy here in the 70s. Yeah, I think that's when we had ours in New Jersey, like 70s, early 80s, because I remember it when I was real little. Agent Cub says, I had a big boy toy and some of the comics. Mike stabbed Sean when he was here on that trip. Yeah, with his keys. Dr. Mess says, my son is 17 and he will have none of that pictures with the characters. Yeah, my Chase is 15. He doesn't like that at all. I want all the memories though. I remember I was at Universal Islands of Adventure and they have the Marvel area and Spider-Man was there. So of course I got a picture with Spider-Man and I said, Spidey, I'm your biggest fan. And he went, oh man, thanks. John still says, I wonder if the Amish can read comics. Can they? Oh, that's inquiring minds want to know. Lone Shot says, based Chris Graves. Penguin says, I know you're not here this year, but I'm going back to Eddie Pecan 2 weeks from tomorrow. That's awesome, man. I had a great time. It's just a long drive. It's a 5-hour drive. And I know I would be the one that would have to drive it. But Mark, you have the SUV. You should drive. By the way, 140 people watching us on a Friday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit notification. We stream every Sunday talking horror movies. This week we're talking the Daniel Radcliffe horror movie Horns. And we usually stream on Wednesdays, but we're taking off the next few months because starting next week I go back to school. I'm getting my inspector license for my day job. So I'm going back to school, taking classes twice a week until like mid-late November. Amanda V says, the Amish can read comics only during Rumspringa. John says, have you tried the Reborn Roy Rogers yet? That opened close to us, Mark? No, I want to go there. I know it's in Cherry Hill. I love Roy Rogers. Roy Rogers is like my favorite fast food place. Whenever like I take a long trip and there's a rest stop with a Roy Rogers, I have to stop at it. And I guess a couple years ago, I found out there was a Roy Rogers, I guess out by Tom's River. So I would take the, hour and a half drive. I took it a couple times, like just for a fun road trip. Me and Sean and Chase, we hopped in the car and went to Roy Rogers. And I love Roy Rogers because their barbecue sauce is the best. But now there's one close by, and I haven't been there yet. I can't believe it. Maybe for lunch. Lone Shot says, thank you for streaming, Mark. You're welcome. If you're not subscribed to the channel, Lone Shot, please subscribe. I'm only like 60 subs away from 2,000. Which is crazy because I remember the early days where no one would watch me talk about pro wrestling for an hour every week. Well, not no one. Amanda B was here. We had a handful of people here. Lone Shot says, I am liked and subbed. Thank you. I think we're getting close to finishing up this tier. So it went by a lot quicker than I thought. I still have to print labels for them. Amanda B says, I watch streams at work. Priorities. I drive a lot around a lot for my day job, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, or I listen to a lot of music, mostly podcasts though. And then when I'm all caught up on my podcast, then I switch to music. I know Sunday, Well Read did his Graveyard Shift 5 review. I haven't watched that yet. I know John joined him, though, for an interview. I'm curious how that went. I don't know if anyone's watched it. Mark says, I drove 70 minutes last weekend to Amish country to go to Der Dutchman Buffet. That sounds awesome. Dr. Mass says, I watch Wrestle Talk once in a while. They've been working for a number of years and they keep getting close to 1 million subs. Can't quite break it. Penguin says, I listen to podcasts at work 2 times speed like a madman. I started listening to James Gunn's Peacemaker podcast. I really like that. They started, it's him, his wife who plays Amelia Harcourt, and the actor who plays John Economos. They do a watch along. They started with season 1, and then they bring in guests who also worked on the show and talk about different episodes. They do 1 episode a week. I'm behind, so I'm still on season 1, but I think they just started with season 2 as well. Started talking about those episodes, which I haven't seen any of yet. Lone Shot says it was a good stream. Amanda B says, I started watching it, but I never read 5, so I didn't stay around to participate. John Still says, I used to live on podcasts in office, but now I work from home and just watch long YouTube stuff or movies. Man, we're gonna be done these a lot quicker than I thought. I can't really stream though while I'm printing labels, so I'm not sure what we'll do. I'll probably just end it. Well, we still probably have a good 15-20 minutes, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just fire up a stream later in the day when I have more, a different tier to do. But we have 185 people watching on YouTube, X, Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching me bag and board and box comic books. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit notifications. We're only like 60 subscribers from 2,000. Dr. Mass says, I always recommend the Exorcist Files for podcasts. Lone Shot says, Fall of Civilizations is a great series on YouTube if you're looking for something new and are into history. At first, I thought you were talking about decline of Western civilization. I don't know if anyone remembers those documentaries from the 80s, but one of them was about like 80s hair bands. Stream your Roy Rogers trip. That would be a worthy. That would be a good vlog. If I do a vlog, I should bring Enrico with me. He's like he makes great vlogs. My vlogs aren't as good as his. If you want to watch a couple good vlogs, check out our trip to Mile High Comics. When we went out to Denver for SpawnCon, we stopped there. That's a great vlog. That may be the most watched video on my channel. Then there's also a great vlog for SpawnCon. There's a great Eddie P Comic Con vlog. I have a bunch of footage from my trip to Texas. I need to make that into a vlog. I always make these plans to make, more vlogs. I have all this footage, but then I never get around to it because I'm always so busy. Maybe when things slow down once fulfillment's done. Although I really need to finish writing the dialogue for Universals, and I'd really love to finish the novel I was working on. So one of these days, guys. The metal years, yeah. Doesn't Enrico owe us a vlog too? Yes, from Super Jersey Comic Fest. Comic Expo. I forget what it was called. But yeah, he filmed a lot of stuff there. I like Enrico's vlog better because he, talks to people. He's more personable than me. Me, I just film stuff. I don't talk to people. I'm a very quiet, private person. Dr. Mess says, I don't have the discipline to film at cons. I'm too busy enjoying myself. I barely even take pictures. Oh, I mean, I have all this footage from C2E2 as well. I have all this footage of John going around in his wolf mask, going around Artist Alley, which was hilarious. I actually started working on a vlog of that, and then I was just like scrapped it. I was like, I don't know if this is good video or what. It's funny to me, but I don't know if it's funny to anyone else. Because John was just like, he was in his wolf mask and he was just like talking to artists as he walked by him. We got Dexter Weeks in the house. What's up, Dex? The Fulfillment King. That's right. Getting it done. We'll once this is out of the way, we'll finish up Gun Goth and get that out to people. Some people have already started receiving their Gun Goth. Anyone that ordered digital already got their copies. I don't know if there's any baseball fans here, but the Phillies annihilated the Braves last night, which was great to see after getting swept by the Braves. But they are getting swept by the Mets the previous series, but they destroyed the Braves 19-4. Kyle Schwarber hit 4 home runs. It was a great night. Getting a little ahead of myself. I grabbed a mailer and I don't have anything to box up. Hawaiian Heat, yeah. Everyone happy to see Dex. John says, I got my Gun Goth, Dex. Beautiful work, man. Speaking of beautiful work, all the sketches that we did on streams that we gave away, Dex and Enrico have their sketches in here. Dex, why aren't you drawing interiors for a book? Because your artwork's amazing, man. I remember when we were originally started Coney Waves, and the plan was Steve draws an issue, Dex draws an issue. But for some reason, that never happened. But yeah, here's more Dex's. These are sketches, guys, that he gave away on our streams. It pays to watch. Primetime Poulton, guys. You could have won a sketch for Gun Goth. Penguin says, I am at the coffee shop and the new barista is wearing a Voorhees 13 jersey. That's awesome. Walmart has these new, I haven't seen them in my Walmart, but people have been posting them, new Friday the 13th high top sneakers. And they're like a play on Nikes, because instead of the Nike swoosh, there's a machete. And I need them. Dex says, rock on. No one bagger. Don't get me in trouble, man. I got in trouble for the triple cover campaign. All 3 books in one bag and board. Fire him. Just following orders, man. Amanda B says Dex has to throw pool parties. He doesn't have time to draw books. That's true. Dex has one tomorrow. Of course you do. Dennis says, to be fair, it is harder to fill a Gemini mailer with 3 separate thick bagged and boarded books. Man, I'm worried. There's a super, John created a tier called the super tier, and I think you get everything. So you get the collected editions of volume 1 through 4, volume 5, the source book, Omega Storm, and the collected supplemental. I don't think they're going to fit in a Gemini mailer. And if they do, I think when it comes to international, those packages are going to be over $100 to ship. Oh, that reminds me. John sent me money from the campaign for postage, and we're out of that money. I gotta send him I gotta tell him I need to refresh my stamps.com. Amanda says, see, yeah, Dex is always throwing pool parties and Red Robin, Life of an Artist. That's the life of Dexter Weeks, man. The charmed life. Penguin says super tier needs to be the magnetic box like USAssassin. I'm surprised we haven't created a box yet for a Graveyard Shift. Maybe when we start doing the hardcover collection. Could be a casket. That would be pretty cool. Penguin says, I went to Bob Evans for breakfast today down on the farm. I love Bob Evans. Dex says, is the Gun Goth box printed or insert? It's printed. I had custom made boxes. I think they're going to be here September 4th. But yeah, it's a beautiful box. The magnetic boxes with the inserts, they're kind of pricey. So we went with it's weirder getting a custom box is cheaper. Penguin says still is a genius. Thank you. The medium flat rate priority, don't have to pay for the boxes if it fits, it ships. Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, but is that international? Because international is going to be a killer. Speaking of boxes, I got this in. Let's do a unboxing. I got this in Infinitale Chronicles. The War of the Trees. Look at this box. Pretty nice. This is from Chris Fisk. We had Chris on the TMC and Little Body show a couple months ago, and he just blew me away with like everything he offered on his campaign. So this is a black box. He put a nice sticker on it. But I think this is like the same size, about the same size box as we'll have for Gun Goth. Maybe a little smaller. I'm not sure. But kind of the same idea, except all our graphics are printed on the box. But I don't even remember what I ordered. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at this. So inside there's art, and it says, "I'm incredibly grateful to these wonderful people that had me on their channels to help spread the word about this campaign, and you should check them out." And then it has QR codes to all their channels. And look who it is. I made the cut. I'm right there. Primetime Poulton. That's awesome. Wow, what a nice surprise. But he also has Michael Bancroft, Andy Smith, Peter Cimetti, The Don, Elliot Rodriguez, a whole bunch of people. Death Metal Hero, K-Pop Junkie, Kyle Prometheus, Jay Vasquez, Bionic Bruh, Yang Yan Zhao, Zaid Comics. Awesome, man. What a nice surprise. Let's see what I ordered. I don't even remember. Got his own tissue paper, guys. Infinitel Chronicles tissue paper. That's crazy. Oh, I got it. Issue 3 preview featuring artwork by Nerium Nalo. Look at that. I love Nerium's artwork. So what did I get? Oh, I got the manga, the Infinitel Chronicles manga. That looks awesome. Amanda B says, "I solved half of your problems. You got the rest." Yeah. Dr. Mess says, "Chris did a great job on that." Yeah, this is really nice. Dex says, "That's awesome." Mark says, those touches are great. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Mess says it's a 2-sided card with the YouTube channels on it. That's awesome. But yeah, I got the manga, and then what else did I get? I got some oversized trading cards. This is the Nerium foil card. Look how cool that is. Man, I love Nerium's artwork. And then, I got a thank you card with my name on it. It says, "Mark, thank you for supporting my Indiegogo campaign. Infinitel Chronicles represent over 30 years of dedication to a passion project. What started as a role-playing game at a local library has transformed into an epic fantasy adventure contained within this graphic novel series. None of this would be possible without the generous support of backers like you. I really hope you enjoy the books and merchandise you have backed, and humbly request that you participate in the backer survey. Scan below. Thank you again for helping me fulfill my dream of sharing these tales with the world. Onward to the next adventure, Chris Fisk." That's awesome, man. And then artwork on the back for book 3. And then we got a bookmark. We talked about this doing. I think we're going to start doing bookmarks for like Gun Goth. But yeah, this is a bookmark, and it has one of those little fancy things at the end of it. And this bookmark, I guess, has their alphabet, the language decoder on the back. That's pretty cool. I like it. But yeah, we'll have to do a fancy Gun Goth bookmark for the next campaign. Gun Goth Footpath Hostile Assets coming at you early 2026. I already started writing the script for Gun Goth 2. We got Universals next year. That's all the artwork's done for that. I just got to finish the script with Chase. Yeah. Could be a busy year next year. It always is busy. Amanda says it's great to see all the people sharing Fifth's package. Says great things about him, especially since he only had like 225 backers. Some campaigns with 1,000 don't have the same ratio sharing. True. Penguin says some lucky backers are getting hand-drawn Enrico bookmarks. That's true. Dennis says that red thingy on top of that bookmark would look great for cats to play with. Yeah. All right, guys. This was a quicker stream. Maybe I'll be back later today. I don't know. But I'm sure you'll find me at some point this weekend fulfilling more books. So I'll share a link when I do. But thank you so much for joining me. We're almost done, guys. We'll probably have like 150 packages left after I print all the labels for this. So yeah, plan to see me again this weekend boxing up books. Thanks for joining me. Have a great Friday, guys. See you later.